Good morning, everyone. It is I, Gina Louisa, here just to help raise the vibration of our collective consciousness. Today is June the 16th of 2025. A little sip of coffee. So this morning's card readings, yes, I decided to go back to holding the machine up like this and showing the cards, the view of the cards done like that. I like that much better. Let me know what your opinion is, rather than when I pick them up and hold them like this to the camera. I don't think you get a good enough view of the cards themselves. And the card readings are all about the cards. So if you wanna, if you seeing me, you get this daily alchemy thing. So that's good enough, I think. I'm gonna put my cards away while we're talking this morning and talk about the cards. Right. Got that Three of Cups this morning underneath me. The Three of Cups is... I'll show it as I put them away. It's funny. We did that this morning. I don't want to do card readings again this morning. So the Three of Cups is... It's like your mind, your heart, your soul, all celebrating. And that's how I feel. Like my mind, my heart, and my soul are all celebrating this morning. And above me was the sun. The sun, the very sun, comes up in the morning every day. So consistent, warming, lending life. The sun, everything. This morning, above me. Yeah, I love to have the sun above me. In 1,000 ways, I love the sun. And the sun energy is potential. It's everything. Okay, so with our mind, our heart, and our spirit, our soul, all in harmony with the cups. The Three of Cups, it's a celebration going on in the emotions. It's an emotional celebration. It's not so much out here it's all quiet out here. But in here, there's a celebration, okay? And the sun above me. Celebrating the fact that there's all the potential in the world. And the future holds all the potential in the world. How beautiful is that? And I cut to the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is the work every day. It's that little bit of work we put in. It's the things we do, The little bit of things. Cooking a meal, or washing a dish, or making a cup of coffee and squirting a little cream on it. Those little things we do. Figured I might as well have another sip while we were talking about it. It's the work I've started doing. When I cut to it, the thing that God wanted me to know was that I've begun this work, this Eight of Pentacles. And the art cards beneath me was that Norman Rockwell-y one, it's kind of like snowy, but there's a log cabin and the family sitting around the fire and a big turkey on the roasting on the spit, and it's a pot of something, and there's one kid's with a dog and mom's got the baby, and this other kid over here with a cat, and dad's got this other kid over here, and it's just like this happy, they're not in a palace, they're with each other. And above is pattern, which is, that's exactly right. Doing it every day, because you're going to do something every day. Our lives unfold like a pattern. They do. You wake up in the morning and you go to bed at night, or whichever way you do it. Because some people wake up at night and go to bed during the morning. It, the point is, there's a pattern. And even if you change your pattern throughout your life, sometimes you work this shift, sometimes you work that shift, sometimes you work the other shift, sometimes you work all kind of shifts, But every day unfolds. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. And as you go and look back at your life, it is a pattern. I caught to spark of creation. The spark of creation happens in a Fibonacci sequence that brings you ever closer and closer to the phi ratio, to perfection. They're telling me that everything I do, the pattern as your day unfolds, you're supposed to bring yourself closer and closer to perfection, not let yourself fall further and further away from, when your life, you say, wait a minute, this is my life, okay, and I'm looking at my life. And looking at me, and am I, the things I'm doing and the things I'm seeing, are they bringing me closer and closer to the perfection that I see as life being, or are they dragging me further and further away from? And this is what the cards want to show you this morning. They want to show you that, every day is a day to be in that pattern. You're going to wake up and you're going to go to sleep. You stay true to who it is that you are. And little by little, you get closer and closer, little by little, in creation, in that spot. Every day, a little closer to the perfection of aliveness. That's what life is for. We're not supposed to just just be here and just go off willy-nilly and watch ourselves go further and further down and into the dumps of it, That's not what life is for. They say, oh, he really let himself go, or she really let herself go. We're not supposed to let go. We're supposed to do every morning. Then we get a little closer, and a little closer, and a little closer. And yeah, life throws curveballs. Boy, do I know that one, right? I'll give you one more little story. It's so funny, but seems like every time I try to get ahead. This is going back maybe 20 or so years ago. And I had been through a lot. I had been through so much. Because I had just healed from a back injury. Okay, I had to, in college, every time I get a job, I go to college too. And so I had a job, I was in the school department. I was a paraprofessional. And I'm in college, and I'm trying to become a teacher. I'm trying to become a math teacher. Because it's what was needed. And I have a very logical mind, and kids love me, and whatever, okay. But as soon as I get in there, and in a case I go and I'm gonna, fax my paperwork to the college to get the balls rolling, right? I walk out of the fax place, and there's a little bit of ice on the ground I didn't see. I'm walking between, there's cars, and I'm just walking by, and all of a sudden, boom, who goes down and down hard, right? So, yeah, right. Now I can't do the job. I can't go to college. It seems like every time I try, every time, you think the job wanted to hear. Wait a minute, because I had just come back from a back injury. I had the job for a good year or so, year and a half, and I got hurt, and I had to take out 10 months, and I just get back, right? Actually, I got hurt at work. They never did address that one, did they? No, they don't. But anyway, I don't want to tell you about that one. But anyway, and I just get going, because that's a whole nother story. What happened to me at work. Anyway, but that should have never happened. Anyway, but yeah, every time I try to take a step forward, boom, that curveball, pow, down. Oh, now I gotta heal again. Oh, and the job didn't want to hear it anymore, But you go on. I didn't say, all right, fine, fuck it. I'm just going to let myself go. No. I said, well, I guess I got a lot of healing to do again. I'm good at that. It's what I do, right? I heal. Here we go again. Here we go again. I guess that's God's way of telling me that no, he didn't want me to do that, you know. I go down hard. I don't want to go down anymore. And now I go slow. I try to go slow. No more, going around things quick and leaving and, snapping a toe off or a finger or something like that. I try to go slow, especially now that I can't see. It's like a blessing in disguise. So I have to go slow. And looking at life like that. Like, no matter what happens. Like, oh my God, that's terrible. No, excuse me. You gotta look at it from a different perspective. Thinking, well, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Like, even, my son, he hit the ground hard recently on the cement up. And it's broken bad, his hip and his arm, and he's in rehabilitation. And people say, oh my God, it's so terrible, right? But he's getting to socialize with the people who are also there in this rehabilitation place. And because when he was young, he's also brittle like myself, he didn't get to socialize much. So, and in introspection, and I think it's being very good for him. Though, we don't know God's intention, so we gripe at the methods, But God did the madness is what it looks apparent. That, oh my God, my life's falling apart. But it's actually God taking it apart so he can put it together in a better way. Don't freak out when your life appears to be falling apart, right? Because it's just God disassembling the path that you were going down that wrong path. It kind of like, so now you can't even go down that wrong path anymore, and he opens up this other little. In every little step you take, might not even look like a path, right? But as the time goes by and you look back and you you look back and you say, oh wow, look at this. It's a whole nother pathway. How cool is that? It is I, Gina Louisa, today, just taking one more step toward heaven on earth. One more step toward perfection in this world, because that's what we can do. That's what we can do. Instead of letting go, right? Forget it, it's just too hard. It's just too much. No. One step at a time, one thing at a time. Like when you get to the sink and there's like all these dishes, and one little thing you said to do, and you put that one in, and before you know it, the time goes by and you sing a couple songs to yourself. In the sink, there's nothing left there to wash, and all of the dishes are washed already. Like, it's, all I did was, enjoy the hot water and feel the cleanness of the cups or the dishes or the whatever as I went by, and sing some songs, and I enjoyed my time, and I accomplished something too. It's all in our perspective and how we look at it. This is Gina Louisa, bringing each one of you along with me on our journey, one step closer to God. I love you all. And I'll see you tomorrow morning.